Supreme War Master Varax nodded in acknowledgement, his upper left arm making a pleased gesture. Begin the attack immediately. Leave no survivors. From the bridge of the Imperial command ship Dominance, Varax gazed with all three eyes upon the harmless, looking blue planet below, currently orbited by several small human defense force battle groups. Intel assured him they were far enough away from Earth that no significant reinforcements would arrive before his Grand Ravager armada had annihilated them. A textbook surgical strike, in and out before the pitiful humans even realized their doom. With another curt command, he watched eagerly as the first brilliant plasma volleys streaked out. The perfidious human ships had no warning. Their kinetic barriers flared brightly in places, but multiple direct hits collapsed the protective fields instantly. Entire human ships came apart in satisfying explosions of burning debris under the ravaging neutron beams. Varax chittered in anticipation. Soon, these vile creatures' insolent hubris would be punished once and for all. But something about the destruction seemed off. Too easy, almost. No daring countermaneuvers, no suicidal ramming attacks as the humans were known for. The remaining ships limped about drunkenly as his armada pressed inward for the kill. Strange. Reports claimed humans were ferociously protective of their home planet. Why so little resistance? War Master. Gravimetric distortions detected consistent with large mass hyperspace vectors forming. His sensor officer screeched. Signatures have human fleet transponder encoding. Varax's triumphant mood evaporated. What? Where are they coming from? Every long-range tracking post verified no human reinforcements had been closer than 3 light hours. There shouldn't be anything capable of appearing here for days. Directly astern of us, War Master. 7. No. 15 extremely heavy human warship contacts, signature unknown. Varax spun furiously to his tactical displays in time to see the first titanic human vessels emerging practically on top of Dominance. Impossible. Even if these bizarre ships had been somehow hiding beyond his perimeter scouts all along, nothing that massive could shift into normal space so close without colliding or at least scrambling both vessels' systems beyond function. Yet here, they loomed out of nothingness by the second, immense and bristling with weapons, looking almost like orbitals yanked out of position and repurposed as warships. Even as Dominance and her escorts frantically tried to retarget weapons and raise shields against this new threat, space itself seemed to ripple once more, and impossibly massive hypersonic projectiles fired clean through his lead cruiser's shields before they could fully engage. Varax stared in disbelief for a frozen instant before Dominance herself shuddered under a direct strike. Multiple armor layers boiled away in a fraction of a second against the incomprehensible kinetic transfer. Alarms brayed through the ravaged bridge as atmosphere shrieked away into the void. All ships, withdraw immediately. Varax rasped through sheer instinct for survival. These human monstrosities were unlike anything known to his empire, mounting weaponry as devastating as it was impossible by the very laws of physics. Better to face the certain execution awaiting a defeated War Master than be shredded at point blank range by whatever hellish guns were tearing his once invincible Grand Ravager armada to bits in mere seconds. The handful of Ravager ships that managed to activate their drives to limp clear of the slaughter soon relayed equally dire reports. Multiple entire battle groups of strange, bulky human craft were decanting violently out of non-standard hyperspace envelopes all around the Sol system's perimeter, each easily the size of heavy capital ships, yet accelerating and maneuvering unlike anything that Massive had any right to, all armed with the same terrible rail cannons laying waste to Varax's attack force. It was over in minutes. Where 200 Ravager ships had dropped from hyperspace to confidently bombard the unsuspecting human homeworld, now fewer than 20 scattered, broken survivors tumbled toward Luna, taking potshots from orbital defenses and lighter human pickets. Vrax sank down in his command throne, two fists pounding furiously on the slashed rests. How had the humans conjured these ships and weapons unlike anything seen before in the galaxy? Every known drive system said such things were utterly impossible. Yet here they hovered contemptuously amidst spreading wreckage and frozen Ravager corpses, while tighter human battle groups closed in for the kill like vicious aquatic predators surrounding their doomed prey. Even as warnings screamed at his last battered cruisers, hope flared anew in Vrax's triple heart. His command ship remained largely intact, if venting atmosphere, and limping on secondary drives, if he could somehow make it clear of engagement range to hyperspace jump. But just as Dominance's navigation officers screeched, they might have a vector clear of approaching enemies. Space rippled directly ahead. Another squadron of bizarrely elongated human vessels slid out in eerie silence. Kilometer. Long rail cannon barrels swinging to align against the wounded Ravager flagship, lingering miraculously within their killing zone. Vrax rose calmly to his feet, arms dropping to his sides in resignation. Enormous rounds capable of gutting shielded capital ships lanced out silently through Dominance's shattered hull before her systems could even scream further damage alerts. Vrax stood firm as his bridge exploded into vapor around him. His last sight was of the strange, terrible human ships sliding closer through boiling gas clouds, filled with frozen Ravager dead. A worthy foe, then. The Ravager Grand Fleet had been confident of easy slaughter, launching their surprise attack on the human homeworld. Instead, they encountered unexpected weapons and ships, literally beyond their comprehension, and paid the ultimate price for their arrogance. Surely, the galaxy must take notice of this extraordinary race now staring out from their one small world with newly unveiled, terrifying eyes.